You ready?
I'm ready.
Okay.
응답하라 여친. Go to the into the sheet.
Pak to the kyung to the Jew. Hey, Jane. Oh, I'm so happy to see you.
Same.
You are my oasis. My relief from just a long, strenuous week.
And it's only been a week since I've last seen you.
Wow.
But I know.
Why does it feel so long?
So much has happened.
I know.
So much happens in 1 week.
Well, so much has happened on Singles Inferno.
Oh, yes.
Season 4, episode 7
Oh my gosh,
and
can I tell
8.
you I missed my morning workout? Second time in a week, I missed my morning workout because
Of
I
Singles
had
Inferno?
to finish the
Yes.
Singles Inferno.
Yes, you did.
I should have known it was a recipe for disaster, but it was worth it. Which episode are we talking about? Was this 8?
We're talking about episode 7 and 8.
7 and 8.
Dropped.
Okay, which dropped this week.
Probably by the time our episode goes out,
It'll
the
be
next
done.
2 will be. Oh my god, how many episodes is there
I don't
total?
know. Maybe like 10 or 12.
I think 10. They
10.
said.
Okay.
Wow,
so,
that's crazy.
Nearing the end already.
But well, I know that they have. Is it like 10 nights on the island? Anyways.
Yes, they only have 10 days.
Yeah,
which
10 days. I think that's what I'm thinking. Is there only 10 episodes?
Yeah.
But I think there may be probably like, I don't know. Whatever the case. Episode 7 irked me.
This is the episode where Xian, the most popular girl, goes to paradise with yet another guy.
Yeah, she's gone with almost all of them. Like 4 out of what, 6?
I think so. 4 out of the 6 guys have chosen her.
Yeah.
And she goes with this guy that we thought was friend-zoned, Chunseol.
Yeah.
Right? The guy with the long hair. And I really didn't see him as a guy. Like, I saw him as a guy, meaning potential. Yeah, I saw him as a goofball, little brother.
Yeah.
Somebody who, you guys tease each other, but didn't see him in that light.
And we never, like, you and I both, I thought visually speaking, I thought he'd be the one that do it for me. Like, visually, he's kind of like, aesthetically, like, that's kind of like, that would, the brooding
He has a very masculine face and, yes, brooding.
Yeah, but the whole, like, his behavior and character, like, I was like, nah. Like, I never got really into it.
Yeah.
But we were kind of, like, on our way in here. I was like, oh, so annoyed. And you were like, what? I actually think this is episode 7 was one of the worst episodes out of all Singles Inferno.
Wow, you have strong feelings.
I was super annoyed.
Okay, what were you annoyed by? What happens?
I feel like it was so forced between them.
Between Chunseol and Xian.
And it came out of nowhere. And all of a sudden she's all like, like head over heels for him. And then they're getting in the under the sheets. And I just thought, and nothing happened.
So the camera shows them going to bed and they're just talking, right? And then they pull the covers on top of them and the panel
is all like, and then nothing happens. They're like, wait, nothing. Wait, what? Did anything happen? Nothing happened.
Jane, like, we need to have transparent sheets.
Right.
Yeah.
Jane, what man that is like all hots for a girl can contain himself under the sheets in the bed? Like, I felt like they knew what they were going. And the way she casually was like, just come to the bed. I was like, I felt this was the first time, okay, reality shows never a completely reality show, right?
Right.
And by that, I mean, there's so many people whispering in there, production whispers into there. They try to influence things.
Sure.
That's like the recipe for any reality show.
Yes.
But in all the seasons, I've been able to, like, play along. Like, oh, yeah, this could be real.
Yeah.
Like, you want to pretend, right? But this is the first time where I felt from the Singles Inferno franchise, like, from their show, I was like, this is so forced. This is so almost, like, scripted. This is where they want things to go. And I felt like there was so much. And it's become like the Xian show.
It has, which I don't mind. I really like her.
Why, Jay? She's okay.
Because I'm that target audience.
How so?
Everything that the producers are doing is working on me.
Listen, the whole idea that she's like torn over all these different men and they're so different. I'm like, bitch, please. I don't buy it. I think that for me, the fourth wall broke with this episode, and I think that's why I'm so irritated by it.
So
I'm annoyed. Let me keep pretending that this is all real.
Okay.
Like, but this for me, I didn't feel the chemistry when he puts her head in the helicopter. It's like he smashes her skull right into her shoulder. I'm like, oh, 무식한 놈. Like, like he's like a fucking caveman.
I was like, this is 남자다워. Like, and I told Ben, yeah.
It was too much for me. I was like, I felt like he was putting on an act of being, and it felt like I was watching a Korean drama all of a sudden. Now you got like the brutish, like, oh, I like you, but go silent. But then we'll show these little affirmations. Like
he comes
suddenly.
in and changes.
And then
the game.
There's a second leading man, Theo, who's just like waiting for her. Like, it's always been you. No matter what you do, I choose you. And then there's the Junso, or not Junso. What's the other guy? He's become like a
Chongsu.
He's become like a.
I mean, I thought he was irrelevant, but
he became irrelevant.
She keeps. Xian keeps talking about him and thinking about him, and I was actually surprised when Xian confesses to Junso that
it's Teo.
That she likes Teo.
And that's another thing. I just feel like this girl's like mixing up all the players to be. Making sure that there's like this love triangle, quadruple situation. And I just don't believe that someone could be that torn equally on like 4 different guys. I think she knows that will cause intrigue for the viewers. It will cause drama. It will cause it will make her the main character. Like you got 4 guys interested in you and you're leading them on each way. Of course that's going to give you the most camera time.
Yeah. I think she's playing it really well though, because I think as a character, if this is, a scripted show and as a character, I find her likable. And
Okay, let me break the fourth wall for you.
Yeah.
You know she's getting sued by her agent?
I didn't know that.
Yeah. So when the agent signed her on, that's another thing. Xian and Chunso have agents. It's like, I mean, I don't know about the rest of them, but those 2 have agents. And I feel they got on the show. Xian actually did get on the show with her agent negotiating it for her.
Okay.
So now she's trying to drop the agent.
Don't you think that's going to become more and more common?
And we're here.
Yeah.
That's my point. And I think that's what I'm sad about. Like, because now it's no longer the same show it was in its first season.
I don't think it can be.
I know.
Right?
True. Yeah. It can't be. True. I acknowledge that.
As with Bachelor. And I mean, I feel like that Singles Inferno had such a quicker rise to just kind of the public, consciousness, like, in terms of viewership.
But I wanted it to be like, don't make me aware of it. You know what I mean? Don't make me think about that element.
So one thing that I didn't do this time that I have done in other seasons, which maybe is why I'm more into it, is I haven't done any of the listening to the outside. And I'm just watching it for just what purely, it is, a standalone.
Right.
I don't know that I'll be curious after to see like if they're still together or whatever. I'm watching it for the pure entertainment value, to see what happens in these story arcs. I
actually do my reviews. I sometimes do like my minute reviews on TikTok because people ask. And I didn't watch anybody else's opinion. But the Xian being sued was, I guess, like a big deal. So it was like all over my feed.
What is she being sued for?
Breach of contract. She wants to. So the company that got her negotiating with Singles Inferno had extended her contract, I think, past October of this year. But she wanted to be like, no, like, let's not extend my contract, and I want to be out. And I think it's because this became the Xian show, and so she has more. She thinks she's a superstar now, and wants bigger and better management or whatever.
Sure.
I'm guessing.
Yeah.
But yeah, the company's super pissed. They're like, we're gonna sue her for this breach. This is so disrespectful. Blah 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 blah. So, anyways. And then I just feel like that's just that's exactly how she's playing these men too.
Yeah.
Like, let me do what's best for me.
Yeah.
I don't think there's really real feel, but I agree with you. I think she is making it very like convincing that she is like, yeah, I'm like so torn. Like, I was never this type of woman that couldn't decide between men, but now I'm in this situation, like, and I kind of resent myself. And I was like, okay, well played.
I've never been in that situation before. I mean, it's
Exactly.
not an everyday occurrence.
Exactly.
But to like two people at the same time.
It's
very, well, that whole premise is very artificial.
Right. I know.
I think it's more believable than like the Bachelor franchise.
Well, I don't even watch never watched Bachelor. Have you?
You're kidding me.
Oh, I refuse.
You've never ever watched
Never. I mean, maybe
like not even in
the
high
very
school.
first season I got glimpses of. No, never. Never followed through, like watched.
Okay.
Because I was grossed out by the concept of like 16 contestants all slobbering, and you know Americans are like gotta kiss every contestant and taste them all. Ugh. At least in this show, we're not like seeing kisses.
Yes,
I think I feel like I'm a germaphobe. Kissing that many men, I'm like, how do you not?
It is gross.
Get
and
an
it was
STD.
Especially gross during the pandemic.
Yeah, like I hate all the mouth stuff.
But I think it's, the cultural nuances make it a lot easier for me to watch this show versus,
No.
I
completely
haven't
agree.
watched Bachelor. I just can't get into them. I can't get into Love is Blind. I can't get into it's so overt and so in your face.
That's true.
And it's really hard to believe. But
I think that's where it started trying to be that I was annoyed.
Okay.
That whole bed scene.
Yeah.
I felt like.
But there have been other suggestive scenes in earlier seasons of Singles Inferno. Like the very first season, I remember all their teasers were very provocative. And so that's how, if you watched some of the other Korean reality dating shows like Heart Signal.
Yeah.
We were like, this
edgier.
one is like Singles Inferno is like really edgy. It's kind of like it's scandal. Then when we watched it, we're like, oh, it's actually really mild. And what did we expect?
That's
as Americans, Korean Americans, we're like, what did we expect?
That's true.
This is more like it. But yeah, this time I felt that I was surprised.
Mm-hmm.
But I can see your point that it seems very forced and scripted. When I was watching it, though, I didn't have those thoughts.
No, I'm glad you enjoyed it. I think I just got annoyed with Xian. Like, I feel like, for me, it feels like an act.
Okay.
I don't, the whole like knowing all these men have interest in her, I think she is really playing it. She knows she holds the ball in her court.
Yes.
And I think, but she's disguising it like she has no idea and she's this damsel in distress. 그게 너무 짜증나. I hate bitches like that. Like, I know bitches.
Oh, I know.
I personally knew a girl who would be like, I had no idea that this guy liked me. I'm like, bitch, are you serious? Like, I hate that. Listen, I'm all about get the bag, do what you gotta do, boo. But like, don't put on this like act as if you had no idea. Like, at least own it. Like say, you know what? I mean, I don't need her to say it, but I'd be like, okay, I do. I want to like go through my choices. I like that I have options. Acknowledge it, but like acting all like, and the tears. Oh, her Junsa sitting there going like, tell me more. No, tell me how you really feel. Tell me your true soul. Like, just let it out. I'm like, bleh. Like, he is such a. And then later she's like telling the girls like, oh, it was 너무 시원해. Like, it was like so cleansing. Like, he really got it out of me. I'm like, bitch, please. He was such a 무식한 남자. Like, tell me, 더 말해, 더 말해줘. Tell me more. I'm like, I don't know. I was so agitated. I hate Junso. I think, and the way, like, he bothers me. Maybe he bothers me more than Xian. In the beginning, he was all like, I like a person who's like blunt, tell me the truth, blah, 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 right? And then he's all going on about his sneaky ways, leading Minseol on. And then now he wants a piece of the Xian pie. Like, who is you? Like, you can't even be about the thing that you say you're all about.
Yeah.
Jane's looking at me like, wow, you are worked up right now. I am.
Let's talk about, speaking of artificial, these girls are so gorgeous. Especially Xian. I don't know if you're probably not going to agree with me, but Xian
is gorgeous.
So
I said
pretty.
She was when they first walked on. I was like, okay, she is gorgeous. But the minute I saw her, I was like, wow, like she is made.
I think I'm a little bit desensitized because even knowing that they got little tune-ups here and touch-ups.
Xian is Gangnam Beauty. Gangnam ID or whatever. Yes. Remember that show? Yeah.
But very beautiful. Like they figured out, they cracked the code to what
I don't know. I'm like, what is happening
really
in Korea where
face.
Americans can't do the same thing? Because in America, they look botched. Even like the A-listers look botched.
You know what though? I've been seeing celebrities who used to look botched but are coming back like with a total glow up. Like Gwen Stefani.
Well, Lindsay Lohan looks really good.
Lohan looks great. Gwen Stefani looks great.
Okay. Renee Zellweger was looking weird
Simpson,
for a second.
Renee Zellweger looks great. Nicole Kidman.
Oh, Nicole Kidman looks botched to me.
I think you have to go to like extreme and look really unlike yourself, and then you have to like the needle. You gotta go. You know what I mean? You have to overshoot it and then come back.
And then now they're fine tuning it. Okay.
That's
yeah,
Lindsay
Lohan looks like she slept well.
Yeah.
I don't know what's happening, but it doesn't look.
Yeah.
I'm like, she looks radiant. I'll give it that. But yeah.
I mean, I really wanted to talk to you about this, like Korean beauty standards, because like every season of Singles Inferno seems like they get prettier and hotter, and I'm like,
the bar gets raised.
How is that possible?
Yeah.
And I'm
asking the surgeries
my friends,
are getting better.
I said, how can they be so skinny but be so ample chested? They're like, it's fake, and I'm like, really? I'm the naive one that's like, wow, like I am that. Thank God I'm not 15 years old. Yeah. Watching this, I think that would mess me up.
I think that's why I want them to talk about. I said that Xian was manufactured, and some bitches were mad at me on there. They're like, yeah, what do you know about plastic surgery? I'm like, bitch, I know that I don't have money for that.
If you did, would you?
No, you know why? And props to me. I don't think I'm that vain.
Yeah.
I care about pain. I will not go through anything that's painful, that's unnecessary. Like, I've had 2 leg surgeries, and it fucking scared me when they put me under.
That was very necessary.
Yeah,
right? So
I fucking need to walk, right? And like...
and do your things. Continue to play tennis.
But putting on pain when I, like... I have... one time, I did look up... tummy tuck.
Okay.
And then I heard
yes.
how hard or how painful it is. And I was like, oh, fuck that shit.
Yeah.
I'd rather be a little fat. Like, no thanks.
You know what scares me is the going under.
Yeah, that was scary.
Yeah, it is scary because it's like.
When have you gone under? For dental?
Never.
Never?
I don't think I've ever gone
scary.
Under general anesthesia, and I'm scared. I mean, I will have to when I do like a colonoscopy.
Yeah. So, okay, I did a colonoscopy.
And that's when you got under.
Yeah, I did a colonoscopy. I also did and that feeling of like, okay, count backwards, and I'm like,
I can't do that. It's so
terrifying.
Scary. And so I'm with you on that.
Yeah.
Is if I need to go under, it's going to be for something necessary, life-threatening.
Yeah.
I'm so scared to do anything like that elective, and our friend Susan's mom.
Right.
Granted, this was like years ago, and that doctor was not caring for patients, but still anything that's like a lucrative business, I feel like they won't have me like center of the care.
Yeah.
I bring this up because it's been on my mind, because I don't know if your social media feed is like this, but I'm seeing more and more influencers talking about, here's everything that I got consulted for.
Ugh.
When I met with the plastic surgeon in Korea, and here's everything that I did or chose not to do. And I was like, oh my gosh, is this as normal as going to Korea now to get like the full health screening? Is to get like a full plastic surgery consultation.
No.
And more skin treatments
totally
that they call minimally invasive. They put you under.
Yeah.
So because it's so painful.
When I went to Korea, I did look into skin treatments, right? Because everybody feels like, what are you doing in Korea if you're not going to get a skin treatment, right?
Skin treatments,
so I fell, victim to that. I don't know.
Yeah, it's
advertising,
and
I went.
Ubiquitous.
But you know what got me out? So it was like a consultation appointment. But when I went in, there was like the lobby was filled with people with like masks, that looked like they actually got plastic surgery. And I was like, oh, fuck this. I didn't want to be sitting out there like that. And it was just like, it gave me the ick. Like, I don't want to be here. I was just like, actually cancel it. I just left.
Yeah.
Yeah. Everybody's leaning into this.
And I echo you when you say, you don't want to. I had that exact same thought. Like, I have a high pain tolerance, but do I want to endure that for vanity's sake?
Exactly.
And I've already learned my lesson when I've gotten a couple of laser treatments.
Oh, that's right.
And my face got, like, I had a severe chemical burn.
That's right.
Not from the laser, but from the numbing cream. And that to me was so ogure, because I didn't even get the treatment. And I ended up with a problem that I didn't even have to begin with.
See, that's what I fear.
And the solution, do you know what the solution was? They said, come back, and next time we're going to laser that area. And I was like, this is the area. It was right around my mouth. And I was like, that's the area that's really sensitive. And I'm scared to take that risk. And now that like the burn faded, I don't think I want to go in to like try to make that better, because it could be worse. Like, I'm so scared now.
Okay. But you know what? You're going to Korea.
Yeah.
Like, really soon.
I'm going really soon. And my friend was like,
you must have things on your mind that you want to do.
I do. What? But, obviously
not plastic surgery.
Not plastic surgery, but
not that I would judge you if you did, but
I've been contemplating
what?
Rejuran.
Huh?
Rejuran.
What is that?
It's like salmon DNA
that's
injected in your skin, and it's supposed to promote, more elasticity, collagen production.
Jaina, hajima, you look so
I said
good.
I'm contemplating it because so many people are asking me, am I going to get that? If I go, then I should get that, but it's painful. And I'm like, I don't want to go through pain.
Nope.
And my friend said, they put you under. And I said, I don't want to go under. And they're like, it only takes like 10 minutes, but you feel like you slept like, so long. And I'm like, I don't know.
That doesn't
like,
sound good to me.
Scared.
Yeah.
I'm scared.
Yeah.
I'm like a fraidy cat. So
you look so good.
I feel like
your skin is elasticity.
Less is more. I feel like less is more.
Yeah.
That's like what I'm learning.
Yeah. Have you seen that movie Substance?
No.
Kugopa.
I know.
Watch that. And then
with
you
Demi
will
Moore.
be cleansed
I
of
know.
Substance with Demi Moore. It will cleanse you of doing like, it will reset you before you go to Korea. Watch it before you go to Korea. That's my homework for you.
The messaging, when you turn 40, the messaging is like cranked up that you can do all these things. You should take advantage of it because you're still young enough, and but you are aging, and these are all the things that are accessible to you. It's hard to tune it out.
Jane,
you know what? I would probably
괜찮아. 하지마. That's like
I would probably do it if I were single.
Yeah,
and
you're married with kids.
And if I have to get out there, right? Then I would be wanting to like look my best.
If you were gonna go on Singles Inferno,
they need to make like a Love After Divorce / Singles Inferno.
Actually, what I was thinking as we were I was like, wow, those love after divorce people are 진짜로 regular people. I remember when I was watching it, I was like, oh, they're good looking.
Yes.
But then after like watching the people on this show, I'm like,
Can you imagine how many people they had to screen?
Think of Ricky's face. But they all they were like thinking he's so hot. I'm like,
mama po.
Oh,
yeah.
It's like that single mask.
And that was refreshing. It was refreshing.
Yeah. Now those are real people.
Yes, average.
And actually, I know that one of them got married and they have a kid.
Yes.
Yeah. So it's like real.
The ones that we weren't, you know, he was like my.
He's not cute.
Favorite guy.
Yeah.
But I guess good.
With literally, we've seen that guy at UW. We've seen that man. Yeah. I have had friends that look exactly like that man. I'm like, ugh.
He's the one passing out the chubos at church.
Yes, with the thick glasses and then like a little bit of a curl, like with the square face. I know when I think about it, like couple people come to mind.
And when Ricky came out and you hear his Korean, I pegged it. Orange County,
yeah.
California. That's how we all talk.
Oh, but you know, here's another reason I was upset with the whole Singles Inferno 7-8. Because they didn't need to make Xian and Chunseol like the main character, like push for all that drama there. What I found really hot and like really intimate was Dongho and Arin.
Oh, yeah, I like that.
Because that to me, I actually believe that those two could leave the show and really have a relationship.
Right.
Because that when they were talking, like it was so this is what I can see a real couple like she's like 나 음식 잘해. Like I cook well. 김치야, 김치. Which is like a Korean single woman bragging that she makes good kimchi. And then did you see the way he perked up like 나 해줄 수 있어? Like, can you make me a meal?
Yeah.
Like, that was real because, like, it's rare for a Korean single woman in her 20s to be bragging that she can make good kimchi.
Yes.
That's traditional Korean wife, like, marriage material.
She said, pretty much anything I want to eat, I can make.
Yeah, that is like a flex.
Yeah, a huge flex, especially in Korea, where you have anything that you could ever want at your fingertips. You could get it delivered, and people don't really cook. And like you have so many, like I asked my cousin, like, what do you do day to day for meals?
Yeah,
they use meal kits.
See, and that's so fucking real because even me, I bought mu, like 2 daikons, right?
Yes.
And I was like, I'm going to make some muchim, like muchim. It's been sitting there.
I know. Shriveling up.
And I feel so fucking guilty.
Yeah.
And it's supposed to be simple, easy to do. Yeah. I know it is simple, easy to do. But shredding it and then like peeling it and then like cutting it into julienning into tiny little pieces. I'm like, like 손이 많이 가. Like it's not that the dish itself is hard to make. There's just so many like tedious little steps.
Yeah, you should just make gakdugi. That'll be easier.
I know. But then
chicken mu.
Oh,
something easy.
He then followed it up with like 우리 결혼한 거라. Like let's just like imagine we're married.
Yeah.
And then she like was like
like, she was loving it.
Yeah, she's loving it. And then she got like flustered. Yeah. And then she gave him an out and she's like, oh, you're just doing this because you really want the pakimchi. Like you really want. And he goes, no, like right now, let's just like think we're married.
Yeah.
And then like he kills over like that to me. They were like kicking and he's respectfully sitting on the bedside and but it's still very intimate because she's in bed in her pajamas. That was hot.
A can of Pringles.
That was hot. That was real. And I do believe that when he says, I'm looking for marriage material, I think it's true because he's 31.
Yes.
And, you know, she's a model, but she's a print model. Yeah. Commercial.
They're both very ordinary.
Real world people. Yeah.
They guaranteed do not have agents. Maybe she does with modeling, but
more
he's like an accountant.
More like, oh, let's get you this job.
Sure.
Not like, and you and I have both been on that end where we have agents for just like booking
jobs,
but not like Xian, who's like
casting.
Who's negotiating a deal with Singles
Right,
Inferno.
right.
I don't think that's how she got on the show. And Tongo, like the way he interacts with other women, like he doesn't have suave.
No, he doesn't.
He's like, oh, 그래요? Like he's
and
awkward.
This is why it was so I really felt for him, because I told Ben, this guy really came thinking that he could potentially meet one person that he matches with.
Yeah.
But he ends up, I think because of that, being so attractive to several of the women. And so in episode 8, when he's approached by the 2 other girls, I feel so bad for him, because I don't think he's wavering. I think he and you can tell when he asks them.
Yes.
Oh, was it something that and he's genuinely looking for feedback. Like, did I do something to, like, I didn't think I was, but was I sending kind of like the wrong messages or leading
when did he say that
people on? When Yeochin talks to him.
Oh.
And she says, so I'm going to, I'm going to kind of put all my eggs in one basket, and like, you're the guy that, I think I want to pursue, but I'm telling you because that could be kind of, 부담스러워. It can be kind of burdensome, make you feel awkward. And he says, oh, is there something? He's so surprised.
Yeah.
Because this is like the third woman now who is expressing interest, when he came back from Paradise connecting with Arin. And we're thinking, oh, those two are a done deal, right? But then Herin comes to him, and then Yeojin comes to him, and he thinks like, oh, am I doing something to...
You know what you're doing, Tongo? You're not coming off as a douchebag.
You're being yourself.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
And it's like, the girls are like, oh my gosh, we haven't had a conversation with him. It's because he's like, okay, getting to know, like, that initial conversation, and then he chooses one to kind of go further.
I remember in the interview he was like,
and he's not playing this as like all three
he has his own criteria of like, well, I didn't close myself off to this idea. I want to approach this like he really feels like he came onto the show to be match made.
Yes.
Like, I'm ready to settle down.
I also really liked Taewon and Jiyeon, the third couple that goes to Paradise.
So I think Taeyeon likes Jiyeon more than Jiyeon likes Taeyeon.
That, I think, is true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And remember, I think if Jiyeon had her way, I think she would have wanted to be paired up with Chunseol.
Oh, okay.
Because there was a time where they were talking in the bedroom, like, who's kind of like on your mind. I think she said Chunseol. Also, when they had their one-on-one, remember how all the judges were like, oh, they're really hitting it off. Like, there's chemistry between them.
Yeah.
And then Chunseol went and chose Xian, I think. And so I think for her, and then when she approached him with, it sounded like, I want you to not have any regrets.
Yes.
Like, I'm giving you, like... At one point, yes, it could be looked as admirable, right? You're letting this person, like, I want you to choose me knowing your choices, not just choose me because I'm the only choice.
Yeah.
But would you say that to a man that you're all in for? No, you would not.
Yeah.
And it's so close to the end game already.
Yes.
Like, this far along, it's because she herself... wants to explore other options.
Or maybe it would also confirm to her if he does that and then still chooses her. I think she doesn't want to be like the default. Yeah.
I felt for him when he said that. I'm like, it could be.
Yeah. Right.
It could
but
be
I mean,
a test.
I think if I were in her shoes...
You would have done that?
No. But I would have wanted to know. I would have liked to know that... he didn't choose me just because I was available, like the last one available.
I don't think that. I think he genuinely likes her. I mean, but it looks like that. I can see how it would look like that because all the other women
hasn't gone.
Yeah, all the other women chose everybody else.
Yeah.
And then she was like sort of the last one that came along.
He didn't have a connection with anyone else.
But yeah, I didn't get the feeling. It was just like, everybody was like, oh my God, they're like skating together. This is so pure and this is so cute. I think people love the idea of having the ice rink by yourself with your Like, that's everybody's Hallmark romance movie dream. But if you took that landscape out and it was just the two of them, I don't think there's that much chemistry. It's the scenery that elevates what they have. So and there's a scene that stood out to me where he's like trying to grab her and she was just like skating by herself, and he grabs onto her arm and she doesn't grab his hand. It's like, and I was like, this is exactly what I feel their relationships. Taeyeon like latching onto her because she's his like only option. And Cheon's just like, what else is out there? Yeah. So they're cute, but they are cute. I was shocked by his age though.
Yes.
I thought he was gonna be 막내.
Yeah.
And it turns out he's like one of the oldest ones.
Right.
너무 like he's so 애기 같아. Like he acts like a child. I mean, not in a bad way. Like 좀 더듬더듬거리고. Like just
a little
like,
awkward.
It doesn't seem like he like.
Well, his job surprised me too.
Yeah, the DJ
house
slash
music
club
DJ
owner
and club owner
in Itaewon.
Yeah.
At 31.
Yeah.
I thought he was gonna be a runway model. I was sure he was
right, because he had that editorial look.
Yeah, he has that gangly. Only a runway would love.
But he has like those strong features.
That's another thing. I think he has a very strong look that if you're not into that right away, you're never going to get into that.
Yeah, it's not like a growing into.
No, it's like
it is what it is.
He has it's like it's a love it or hate it kind of look.
And yeah. No, there are some like the minute something gets annoying about him.
Yeah.
Then it would be like immediate.
He looks like the witch from, Snow White. Like the thick eyebrows and the long nose,
Yeah, very like sharp eyes. And
I said he reminded me of the guy from, remember the villain from Charlie's Angels? The guy that would sniff the hair.
Remember. So specific.
I know.
What?
I had to Google it.
Okay, my guess is that we're gonna have differing opinions on this scene too. But the scene between the guys Taeo and Junso, when Junso is telling Taeo,
I thought that was cheesy. I thought that was. I'm like, oh my god, oh let's shake on it, man. Oh yeah, let's be good. I was like, drama 찍어라. Like, you thought it was sweet?
I don't care if they're drama 찍어 because I was like,
you bought it.
That. I bought it. I bought it.
I thought it was so like
they're making this show for
viewers
like
but when he
naive
went in,
viewers like me.
말하자, I was like, oh, he thinks he's being such a gentleman.
I think that was a pivot from. I think he's going there to see Xian, but then he sees Taeo there. It's a moment to kind of flex and gain some points for himself. And to kind of disarm Xian. Both of them assume that it is a move because both of them thought he's coming for Xian, right? And
even Taeo's like, playing in her head.
Yes.
And then be like, no, actually, I want to talk to Taeo.
Yes.
Like,
and so that is why I think that, okay, set aside, like, this is scripted, blah, 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 blah. Set that aside. I feel like she's going to choose Junso because he is that kind of hard to figure out. Taeo's like, all my cards are laid out. And he's just so nice, right? And
I think the one that she really likes is neither of them. I think she likes that other guy.
I hope not. He's my least
he's so
favorite.
Annoying. He's so annoying. What's his name? Jongho?
Jongsu, because he's so...
I can't even remember his name because I dislike him so much.
This is the kind of person that I cannot stand.
Yeah, it's so annoying.
You're not nice, but you're trying to be so nice and come off considerate. People pleaser.
You know what he reminds me of? I think he thought coming onto the show that he was going to be like Kwani. Like, get into all the girls' head.
But Kwani wasn't like that.
Kwani was like very straightforward.
Yes, he was.
But like, I think he thought he was going to be a smoother one.
Yeah, he's not smooth.
It's so annoying. He's like so. He does. Even the panels are like, oh 뭐야? Like, what's wrong with you?
Yeah.
Why do you keep like stop it? Like, oh 더 놀자. Let her go to bed. Like, what the fuck you want to talk more for?
They're like 또 그러네, 또.
But then if you
that's his MO.
In the interview, he's like, I thought I was being clear. I said I wanted to go with Xian, and then I was like, yeah, but what about the 10 other things you said after that? Come still hang with me. I like hanging with you.
This kind of person is gonna be exhausting to be with. They will never No.
But I think for Xian, that was like her kind of like first love on the island.
Sure.
And I think it will circle back to that.
And I have to say, like, she's a real girl for that. It's like the first strong impression, and then you can't get it out of your mind.
Yeah.
I get that.
But, I am actually really excited about Tongho and Arin. I think that they're the couple, after all of this, like, folds down, whatever, like, couple years down, we would hear that they got married.
And I think that from the same neighborhood, which was
that genuine shock. That for me, when they're like, you go, what is this?
Because they could have met each other in the wild without the show.
I just think the way they looked at each other, like, 어머나, like genuine shock. I thought that was the cutest thing.
Yeah.
Like, oh, do you live in Gangnam, Seoul? It's like 왕심이. The way his eyes like bulged out of his head, like.
And then
where
she's
I
like,
live.
why?
I thought that was so freaking cute.
Yeah.
Like, that to me was like a real couple. And I think that's why I'm more annoyed by the Junso Xian story, because without them, I think that could have really like flourished.
You know what that reminds me of is maybe season 2 with Seulgi.
God, it's so hard to remember. Okay.
Seulgi, who was the concert pianist.
Yeah.
And there was a guy, I forget his name, but he was a cafe owner, and he was pursuing her hard. And she had friend zoned him for pretty much the entire season. And they get to go to paradise together, and she finds out that he's a cafe owner, and she's like, I know that cafe.
Yeah.
And she's so shocked because she's like,
I do remember
go there.
Yeah.
And she chooses him instead of Dex. Do you remember? And on that season, Dex, who's, on the panel now, like he was my favorite, but he's like unable to give Seulgi that assurance that, oh, you're my pick.
Yeah.
Until the very end. But by then she's already made up her mind to go with this guy who's shown her from pretty much the entire
you're the
duration that you're the one. But we thought, oh, she's not. It's unrequited until the very end, and she chooses him.
That was season 2?
I think that was 2 or
Man, there's
3.
There's been too many cafe owners.
This is 4, right? So I think that was 2.
There's been too many cafe owners. I'm getting the cafe owners confused.
Yeah,
when I think cafe owner, I think of the buff guy.
So that was season 3 with Kwani, and then
what
did
the cafe owner from season 2 look like?
He looked like I did this motion with my face.
Yeah,
because like all of his features.
Jane just pinched her face
because he has a pinched face. He had a pinched face.
Was he like lanky and tall?
No, he had like double eyelids, and he had very like kind of like dainty features, like a sharp pointy nose,
really,
like sharp lips,
God,
like
I
a small
remember.
face.
Yeah,
and that's why I'm doing this pinched motion with my hands. But he didn't look very like 남성스러워.
Feminine. He was a bit feminine?
He looked a little bit feminine, like anime almost. He had that kind of face.
My
Definitely got the nose, like he had a rhinoplasty done. And
should I worry about my memory? Like I'm drawing a complete blank. I mean, I vaguely, but I have so many. Jane, this was really scary the other day. I had to Google, what year is it? No, I'm not kidding. And I go, oh my God, I'm like one of those characters in a movie like that came like time traveled and don't know what year it is. I genuinely was like, is it 25 or is it 24? Like I had no idea. Should I be scared?
I don't think so. I think
you're
just
Blake
distracted.
Is laughing. I was like, I Googled, what year is it today?
You did not forget. But you did get your age wrong. Remember when you went in for your colonoscopy?
Yeah.
And they had to have you check your bracelet again for your birth date?
Yeah. I'm blanking out so often, I feel.
That happens to me sometimes.
But Jane, have you ever Googled what year is it?
No, but it is only January.
Okay.
It's still only
January.
Okay,
that's fair, right?
Yeah.
It's only January.
Yeah. And
Shut up, Blake. My producer's always laughing at me.
Now, if you do that in like June, that's when you have to worry about it. Yeah. Yeah. But I'll let you know. I think you're good for now.
It makes me worried. Like, my memory's not good, but
we'll keep an eye on it.
Yeah.
We'll monitor it closely.
Singles Inferno. I do think we're going. You know what? At this point, I only care about Tomo and Arin.
Okay.
I want them to be fuck Xian, fuck Chunse, fuck Jeongsu. I hate them all.
I'm still rooting for Xian.
ugh. 왜? 그게 집애가 뭐가 좋아? Why do you like her?
예쁘잖아. Okay.
뭐가 예뻐? 다 고쳐.
I don't care if it's all plastic surgery. I think she's still so gorgeous.
You know, I wish that she
I just
would wear
have a
more
soft
makeup.
spot for good-looking people.
I wish she would wear more makeup because I feel like when she has nothing on, it becomes like did you not see? There's a pause that I took of her. Her face goes like this.
Like scrunched. You're making a scrunched face.
So I said there's something weird about her when she's eating. Her mouth does weird things. Anyway, 이뻐. 근데 have you seen her K-pop training videos?
I didn't see videos. I saw stills.
Okay. The thing is, you know that show? Did you ever watch Marry My Husband?
Yeah, a little bit.
I didn't watch it, but the villain,
I don't
you know
like
the villain.
The main character
right.
in there. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. But
because she got too much plastic surgery.
Oh, that's true. Her face is actually doing some weird contortions.
Yes.
But the villain in that movie or
the
show.
Villain, yes.
That's what Xian looked like before.
Yeah, I could see that.
But now she looks like someone else. I think that's crazy.
That is what everybody wants.
Not me.
Not you. But, you know, all the people who are getting...
Jay, 네가 더 이뻐. You're prettier. 그 완전 다 뜯어 고쳤어. It's all ripped. You're a natural beauty.
I just like seeing it on screen. I like seeing it on screen.
답답해.
She's so pretty.
뭐가 이뻐? 네가 훨씬 더 이뻐. 이 기집애. You're so much prettier than that chick. She's all like ripped and put together. I don't know why. It's, you know what it feels like? It really feels like, did you watch that Gangnam Beauty Korean drama?
No, I didn't watch that drama.
That's what it feels like.
Okay.
And she has all insecurities about 다 뜯어 고쳤네. I'm like, okay. I'm the asshole. I'm the villain in Xian's story.
She just doesn't know it, you know?
Yeah, she doesn't know I exist. That's good. That's, you know what? Good for her.
Good for her.